Welcome back to Turn 5 Fabrication. I'm Kevin, and today we have this 240SX behind me, and what I'm holding in my hand is a core support, brand new from Nissan, from Z1 Motorsports, and I'm going to show you the process of how to put this on the car, removing the old one, removing all the spot welds, and installing the new one. My main goal this year is to give you guys more videos and content of what we do here at Turn 5 and the processes of how we do certain things, such as front end replacements, our tube fronts, our roll cages, even factory core support replacements. We're also going to be doing a number of other things to this car, such as rear over fenders. It's got some on there right now. They're kind of junk. Whoever put the cut the quarter panel before, they didn't cut enough, so the wheels are still rubbing. So we're going to have to cut the quarter panel higher, weld it, seam seal it, install the new over fenders, and I'm going to walk you through all that as well in this video. So here's our core support. This is the new one. This is the factory one that we are replacing because it's all kind of beat up right here, and the headlight brackets are all messed up and it just looks like garbage. What we're going to do is start drilling out the spot welds that are here and here, and then the ones that are down the side here, down the vertical, driver side and passenger side. And then looking at this, the lower radiator support is actually in pretty good shape. Just a couple scratches right there, but no dents or damages or anything like that. So on the new one, we're gonna take this off of here and drill out these spot welds that are here and here and just replace that upper section. Okay, so now we've started drilling into this, and somebody else has already replaced this front end once. So we went ahead and drilled a small pilot hole. Didn't even go all the way through. We're going to use a bigger bit and just drill it out part way. Then we can take our flathead screwdriver and we're just going to pry up on some of this and break it free. There we go, now we're broke loose and we can go ahead and finish out the rest of them. Okay, so I just want to show you right quick, we've gone ahead and drilled out all the welds that were put on here. Like I said, this has been replaced one time before, so it was a little bit trickier to get all the welds that they had done, and it's not just a simple circle of a spot weld like that. It's all hardened steel at that point because it's been heated up. And but yeah, so we're ready to go ahead and pull that front off. And there you have it, the old upper core support. Okay, so as we get the new core support prepped and ready to go onto the car, we need to go ahead and remove the lower portion of it. So we're going to start by drilling out the factory spot welds that are here, and there's one on the side. We're going to do the same thing over here. I just want to show you how easy it is whenever it hasn't been touched yet, it hasn't been welded on, and it's just factory spot welds, how easy they are to drill out. They make a spot weld drill bit. You can pick them up at Harbor Freight for about $5 a piece. You can pick up some more expensive ones like off the Snap-on truck or your local body shop. We're going to use a drill bit. It's a little bit easier, a little bit faster. And once again, I don't like to go through both pieces because we can use this bottom portion later on another vehicle. So we're just going to go through the top section. We'll grab our screwdriver and we'll go ahead and just break it apart. And now we have our new core support, upper core support, ready to be welded into place. But before we weld it into place, what I'm going to go ahead and do is grind off all these nubs, clean up the material that's here, so we have a nice place to weld to. Clean up all this, clean up this all the way around, straighten this back out, it's kind of bent over, clean up all this, just kind of get everything prepped and lined up how it needs to be. It's going to save work in the long run. Now that we've got our piece all clamped into place, we lined up the dowel pins up top, driver's side and passenger side. We've lined up the edging. I looked at another car. What I should have done beforehand was draw a line on here to see the height of it. This one somebody else had replaced prior, so I wasn't exactly sure if it was in the right spot. But if you're doing this on a factory replacement of a factory core support that was there, it's a good idea to go ahead and just mark it. So we're going to go ahead and throw a couple tacks on here, throw a couple tacks on the other side, and then we'll get everything else clamped together and weld it out. And of course, this would be better suited if we had a portable spot welder, but we don't, so we're using what we have. So we have a hole here, you can see. We're going to take a piece of copper or aluminum, stick it from the back side so we can weld the front, and then you just pull that piece of copper or aluminum away and the weld does not stick to it. Grab the piece of aluminum. I'm going to show you what it's like to stick it behind there. Weld the front side of it and then pop it right off. So if you'll take a gander here, you see our hole. Okay, now our hole is no longer there. Pop our aluminum off. Does not stick to it. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now we're all filled in. We'll go ahead and grind everything down. Probably add a couple more welds up here just to finish that out and strengthen it up. We might just leave it how it is, but we'll smooth everything out, make it look more factory and more uniform. What I did here is I went ahead and drilled through our new piece just ever so slightly, make the material thinner, and then burned through it with the MIG welder. Was able to get some factory looking spot welds here, ground them down. We're going to touch it up with some paint, and this completes our core support replacement. So now we're going to get started on the other stuff that we have to do on this car. This was the main portion of the video, but we're going to go ahead and just add in everything else that we are trying to do, just to keep you guys entertained with what's going on at the shop.